It's a very short video. I didn't actually post yesterday because nothing exciting is happening at the moment, and Sienna is on holiday. She's actually started her holiday a week earlier just because I hate kind of waiting to like give them a break. I just thought I might as well get on and do it. So she is off, so it's all about the boys. The boys are back, which is nice. It's always nice to give them a little bit more attention. I'm actually heading towards Dauncey Horse Trials, so I thought, make my hat more entertaining, let's ride past it. And it's not even quite 7:30 yet this morning, so we're getting some horse boxes passing us, but there shouldn't be any action going on when we go past. Not that these two would care in the slightest. I even had a tinge of jealousy yesterday for eventing. I actually thought, might be really nice to go eventing again, which I very rarely get. But I am missing competing so much. It just... desperate, especially when you're on, you look on Instagram and everyone's putting out there what they're doing show wise. I'm just like, I wish. It's sometimes it's hard to stay motivated when you've got nothing to aim for. Sienna's too young for going out anyway. Artie's just Artie, and obviously Corporals retired, so it's also lack of horsepower for going, but it's still tough because I'm a very competitive, I love it for the sport and I love competing. It's what I do it for. So when I'm not doing that, I feel like I'm missing out. Anyway, I'm probably shaking away. My gilet is making an awful racket. I actually haven't seen that many horse boxes this morning. I've seen 2. So something very interesting happened this week, actually. When I was giving Cooper a little school yesterday, I chucked on the new black and white bridle, a new black and white bridle to me. Because obviously you have to try it on every horse in the yard to see who it suits best. I say Corporal looks rather good in it. But it had the new snaffle on, which is the new shoe, Demi Yankee, I think. It's just literally a single jointed loose ring snaffle. I bought it for Sienna. Sienna's neither here nor there with it. It doesn't seem to make a massive difference to her. But I was on the bridle, so I put it in Corporal. And Corporal has always been a French link chap. He's had other bits, but French link has always been what I've ended up going back to because that seems to be what he's gone best in. But he's always been a little open mouth type of horse. I generally don't tend to put flashes on, or if I have done, it's always incredibly loose. But he's always opened his mouth a little bit, and he didn't open his mouth once for our training session yesterday. I mean, it was a very short one. I couldn't believe it. I mean, now I'm questioning whether for all the years I did dressage with him, I had the wrong bit in him. I had to school him again to check it's not a fluke. But how strange is that? I mean, God, I feel incredibly guilty if I've had the wrong bit in his mouth. But when it genuinely was quite shocking. Oh, here we go. Here's lovely Dauncey. I don't know what they're starting off with this morning. Possibly the 90 by the looks of it. What do you reckon, Arts? I reckon Corpse would be straight up for that. I expect Corpse could go straight out there and jump a double clear, bless him. Arts would probably be fine in the show jumping. Wouldn't hold out much hope on the cross country for him though. In other news, guess who's missed their horse's vaccinations and has to start again? Me? Never done that. Never in my life have I done that. But I missed Corporals. Of all the horses, Corporal. He always was on 6 monthly because of when he was competing. And I think he was last vaccinated just before the champs last year. And of course after that there was no point doing 6 months because he wasn't competing anymore. The vets, not their problem, but I rely on the vets to remind me. And my mother works there. And for some reason it didn't come up on their system. So he was meant to have done in April. More money. The other thing with Corporal is because he doesn't get on very well with the injection. Anyway, it is what it is. Thankfully no one's going in and out of the yard, so hopefully no one's bringing in some bugs. But yeah, I have to get on top of that and get it done soon. I feel for Corporal because really he doesn't get on very well with the injections at the best of times. So knowing that he's going to have to now do a course of 3 is quite worrying. But hey, nothing we can do about it. I'm just really cross I didn't check. Of course, when you're not competing, you just don't check your passport as much. But yeah, Artie and Sienna are all sorted, but not Corporal. So I'm really gutted about that. Like I say, more because now I'm going to have to put him through the course of it, and it's just, he doesn't get on very well with the flu or Tep vax, and yeah, it's just putting him on unnecessary, I guess, stress on his body really, which is worrying, but nothing I can do about it. Should have been more careful and checked the passport and written it down somewhere, and not relied on the vets to tell me. One of the things I love about Instagram, on Spiller's Instagram, they actually said that scorched grass, like what you see in front of me, can still hold a lot of sugar. Would never have guessed that. I mean, it would make sense why Artie's still quite fat, but yeah, would never have guessed that. I would have just thought there would be literally zero value in it. But yeah, so that's that genuinely surprised me this morning. I was like, there can't be anything to eat out there, but Artie is still the size of a house, so obviously he's getting the sugars. So when it's sunny, supposedly the grass can still, don't quote me on this, but still hold the sugars. So even though it's not growing or getting any greener, it's still sugary. Who would have guessed that? The thing that is making me very happy is these nicer temperatures. Honestly, yesterday, so that was Wednesday, that first day after the 2 days of hell, oh my God, it was like a little piece of heaven. That breeze and that coolness, so much more productive. I had been literally getting up at 4:30, going to work, getting my work jobs done. My guys didn't get ridden. And then coming home and getting them back in by about 10 o'clock, and then literally spending the rest of the day hibernating. So really unproductive 2 days, but you just had to do what you had to do to get through it. Some people could go and do stuff. I can't stand heat when it's that, hello Angus, when it's that hot. Anyway, it's so nice to have this cooler weather, because now I feel like I'm back to being productive and getting stuff done and just getting back on top of things. Yes, don't knock on my new gilet, you. Anyway, I need to get on and go to work. But like I say, this is a very short, brief little video. I don't actually know if I'm going to do any videos for the next week or so, just because there's not really much to report on, other than Sienna's off. The boys will be just trundling around the roads, because if we've got no rain due, then I can't really do much in the arena, so I can't really video any sort of schooling exercises. There's no outings planned or anything, so yeah, there's not really much to report really. So if I might take this time, sorry, the cat's about to come up my back, might take this time just to give the vlogs a little rest, and hopefully get them going again, maybe as Sienna comes back into work, or if anything exciting happens. Anyway, let's end it there. I hope you guys have a good week. I'm not actually sure what day I'm going to put this video up, but I hope you have a good rest of your week or weekend, depending on when it goes up.